Welcome to the dark side of the dhtm series. First off, if you're new, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification button for more awesome content like this. Today, we're going to be discussing the long feud between Dante and Rujinra. Like many stories, you have the main protagonist and antagonist go all out against each other, and this is no different. The feud between Dante and Rujinra started in Dante Hinton the Movie 1 as Dante participated in a tournament Rujinra hosted. Before we get into that, let's find out more about the two. Here's some information about both Dante and Rujinra.
Dante Hinton is a character from the dhtm series. In fact, he's the main protagonist in the self-entitled series. In the first movie, he attends Ace 1 Academy as a junior high student who plans to go on a summer vacation, but his plans begins to change as he gets caught up in a strange storm, which led him to a swarm of demons. Luckily, Kiyomi saved him from this ordeal, which led him to a fantasy world called the Sacred Realm. There, he tries to return home, but Jiraiya explains that he must first defeat Rujinra Kazamura, an evil sorcerer who plans to cause the world destruction. Throughout the movie, he's known as the Chosen One, according to the prophecy the Guardians mentioned. Along the way, he learns that he'll have to master a demonic sword called Kazuo in order to complete his mission, which he does. In the end, he defeats both Rujinra and Puyo. Instantly after the fight, he goes out cold, but he awakens a few days later and was able to return home. 2 months later in Dante Hinton the Movie 2, Dante returns to the Sacred Realm to find out why the sword he carried creates a number of portals out of nowhere, but he ends up being mixed up in a 15-year feud with Kazumi and Jiraiya. He was kidnapped and seduced by Kazumi as she used black magic to control him. Throughout the movie too, Dante attacks the Slayers not being able to control himself. By the time he faced Taimugoshi, an evil presence begins to build up within him as he decapitates Taimugoshi's head with a sadistic smile on his face. Dante then attempted to attack Kiyomi, but was knocked out by Jiraiya and sent to an underground lair. Rujinra Kazamura is a character in the Dante Hinton the Movie series. He served as the main antagonist throughout the majority of the series. Rujinra makes his debut in the very first movie as he returned from the underworld to plot his revenge against the Guardians banishing him from the kingdom of Kagura. His objective at the time was to steal the Ruby of Evolution to gain immortality to rule over the Sacred Realm, but that plan failed as Dante and the Slayer Squad defeated him. 3 years later in the third movie, Rujinra returns to get revenge against Dante. By doing so, he created an imitation sword to challenge him, not knowing about Dante's demon powers given to him by Kazumi. He interrupted Dante's tournament to challenge him and was defeated for a second time. The fifth movie marks 2 years afterwards. Rujinra returns with a group of assassins to kill the Slayers. Along the way, he finds out from Tamura that Kazumi is out to betray him after she found out he killed Natsu 20 years prior. He announces a tournament to lure Dante out, but goes into hiding to see Dante and Kazumi face off against each other. Believing Kazumi died in Dante's hands, Rujinra proceeds to start another Sacred Realm war, manipulating King Forest into believing that Rujinra would lead them to victory against Midnight Salazar. Unfortunately to his surprise, Kazumi wasn't dead. In fact, Kazumi engaged in combat with Rujinra, while Dante and Natsu, transforms into their hybrid forms fight each other. Rujinra kills Kazumi, then Natsu, and proceeds to fight Dante. However, Dante defeats Rujinra in his dragon demon form. Queen Sharon around this time, exposed Rujinra's intentions to the world.
Well, there you have it. Dante and Rujinra's feud was the main point throughout the entire series. Rujinra Kazamura hosted a tournament. To lure the Sacred Realm Kingdom out in order to obtain the Ruby of Evolution for infinite power to obtain domination over the Sacred Realm itself. However, he was unaware of who Dante was until the semi-final round. Princess Ruby told Dante about Rujinra's objective and informed him that he must defeat Rujinra or the Sacred Realm will plunge into darkness. Dante defeats Rujinra and wins the tournament. In Dante Hinton the Movie 3, Rujinra returns to get revenge against him, but he was aware of the Black Dragon curse given to Dante by his follower Kazumi Hiroshima. According to the story of the movie 3, Dante awakens from a 3-year coma by the power of the Black Dragon Curse and forms an extermination squad called the Urban Legend Unit. Dante hosts a tournament to lure out Jai-Ray to eliminate him as a favor to Kazumi, believing her story of what Rujinra lied to her about 10 years prior. Rujinra hears about this and decided to enter. The tournament reaches its final round as Dante and Rujinra fight for a second time. Rujinra manages to get the upper hand on Dante. However, he is surprised to see what is happening. Unable to control the supernatural ability given to him, Dante morphs into a devil-dragon hybrid creature, which is later known as Midnight Salazar, and defeats Rujinra instantly. Dante is expelled from the sacred realm, and the guild he formed was forced to disband. In Dante hint in the movie 5 and 6, Rujinra and Dante's feud reaches its peak. In the movie 5, Rujinra and a group of assassins raid the Slayer's mansion, in the end destroying it. A year later, Dante continues to struggle with the Black Dragon Curse. He notices an invitation to the tournament and decided to enter to end Rujinra. Fortunately, Rujinra done some studying on the Black Dragon Curse. Turns out that Rujinra is a descendant of a clan of warriors who sealed Midnight. Dante returns to the sacred realm, but is knocked unconscious and sent to a castle where Kazumi was fighting Rujinra's minions. She used black magic to control Dante, turning him into a dragon. But the plan backfired as Dante targets her. Rujinra sees this as an opportunity to continue his plans. In the movie 6, the long feud ends as Dante and Rujinra square up for a third time. Rujinra uses his family's name to aid the Sacred Realm Kingdom to defeat the evil beast Midnight. But with ulterior motives, Rujinra starts another Sacred Realm war and keeps himself hidden from the king. Dante learns that Kazumi is killed by Rujinra, but he plans on defeating Rujinra using the Black Dragon Curse. To do it, Rujinra defeats Natsu Tokiyama and takes the power of Suyaku Venomous to gain more strength. The final battle began as Dante and Rujinra arrive at a volcanic field. The battle got so intense, the entire world watched. Dante finally ends his feud with Rujinra as he uses the Black Dragon Curse, but chaos followed afterwards. Fortunately for Dante, a holy warrior by the name of Faros Jurgo split him apart from the Black Dragon Midnight Salazar, thus saving him. And that's how the feud ends. But the story, however, is yet to be over when it comes to the series. Well, we have come to the conclusion about Dante and Rujinra's feud. Seems like to us that Dante was fortunate to have the Black Dragon Curse during their feud. Rujinra dishonored his family's legacy. Well, that's it for today. Stay tuned next time for more information about the DTM series. Make sure you hit the subscribe and notification button for more content like that.